I'll do a special edition. Except we're going to make this 12 minutes to save the world. I got to wake up at 5 o'clock, or I get to wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning. 5:30, 5 a.m., something like that. One of the two, I haven't looked at it, but it's pretty freaking early. And of course it's late, and I get to do my assignments that I assigned to myself for after work. And yes, I do believe it is extremely important for a person to keep the word to themselves. So important, fuck, my God, words cannot express how important it is to give yourself little tasks, little assignments, and then keep your word to yourself. Show up for them and do them. Even if they're not perfect or whatever, do them. Set your timelines for them. Do them. Because in this world, there's so many people that don't do nothing like that. It just once you see it, once you've done it enough for a little while, then you realize how important it is for a person to build their trust with themselves, to themselves, of themselves, for themselves. And then you realize, it's like, oh my God, no wonder true love can't flow worth the fuck in our society. People don't build their trust with themselves first. And see, it's got to be cultivated. True love's got to be cultivated. It does. That's all there is to it. It's got to be cultivated in yourself first. I think the more discipline a person has, and what I mean by discipline, I don't mean punishment. I mean keeping your word to yourself. There's other definitions of discipline, but the word, to me, I think the most valuable definition for discipline is keep your word to yourself. Here, let's get to 12 minutes going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, 12 minutes. We're starting 12 minutes. All right. Tomorrow night is the full moon. It's a full moon on April 1st. That's very special for all the people out there that are spellcasters and believe in things like that and are in tune with nature like that. Some people would call them the witches. The good witches, the bad witches, whatever you want to call them. Tomorrow night is a very, very special full moon. It falls on April Fool's Day. The next time a full moon falls on April Fool's Day will be 2045. That's 19 years from now. Russell Bronson. I'm hoping you show up to the rise tomorrow. I really am hoping you do. Because whether you do or not, I'm in your head, brother. I'm in your head. Whether you show up or not. And now that you've heard the fact that the next full moon on an April 1st, on April Fool's Day, is 2045, 19 years from now, that should show you. That should show you right there. And yeah, I know it's kind of weird talking directly to someone on these videos. I know it's kind of weird, but you know what? I know it's unorthodox, but you know what? One of the most valuable pieces of information I ever come across was in Sell or Be Sell from Grant Cardone, and I have taken it to heart, and I have never let it go. And this is the thing. It's like, get to the business owner. Get to the top dog. Don't even fuck with none of the bottom dogs. Get to the top dog. Period. And see, I think the reason people don't do that is because it takes you several years to even get their attention. But once you got their attention, get their attention by the fucking balls. Call them out. Use their own game on them. Anyways, full moon is such a beautiful moon tonight. Wherever you're at, whoever you are, where you're watching it. You know, the quality of relationships. Quality of relationships, so important, whether it's a new relationship or it's been a few months or a few years or even an old relationship of 20 years. It is predicated on the quality of trust. And that trust will fall on the trust the person the quality the trust has the person has with themselves, and then what they extend to the person that they're sharing that love with, that true love. And when I'm talking about true love, I'm talking about brotherhood, sisterhood. I'm talking about friends, family, co-workers. And yeah, it's work. It's daily work. That's why certain relationships, they're pretty high quality, but they'll only go certain levels. I honestly believe that. And one thing I do believe firmly, if it starts out bad or it goes bad, if there's ever been any name calling or mocking, those things are absolute no can do's. And for the person that does that stuff, if they will not assume responsibility for it and admit that that's what they did when they clearly did, then don't give them your love, because they'll poison it. And you see what's so crazy in our society, you know, it's like they teach this weird shit. It's like, oh, be the bigger man. No, forgive and forget. No, you don't forgive and forget. You only forgive once there's been accountability and repair. No, accountability, safety established, and then repair. And then you can move forward. Then you can forgive and forget, provided it doesn't keep happening. You know, I think about the way me and my sisters grew up in that crazy household there in Rabbit Hollow in Lanigan, Missouri. Frickin' psycho, man. Frickin' psycho, dude. We all were. All of us. And you know what? It's just a couple of things we had backwards. A couple of things. It was like the preferences and that we should have accepted in one another, we were trying to fix in one another, and then those trust and safety breaches that should have been addressed and amended, those flipped around. Then we tried to sweep that shit under the carpet, and then consistently doing that. Doesn't work, man. It does not work. The human psyche is not built that way. And you know what makes it even really, really bad nowadays? The average person doesn't realize how much of that doom scrolling that's being done on Facebook and stuff, it just destroys their focus and their emotional resilience. Not to mention all the other bad habits that go along with the average person. You add those things and it's like, yeah, you can't have any real true love with people like that. You cannot. It's too freaking shallow. It's too weak. Yeah, there's some kind of performance relationship. It's sickening, man. It is really sickening. But you know what I believe? This is what I honestly believe. The same way that we have toxified our culture throughout the United States, the same way we have sickened each other and instilled each other with freaking false virtues and all that bullshit and manipulated one another. I mean, you look at Hugh Hefner, you look at what's his face, just kicked the bucket, and all them. It's all about manipulation. It's like they misused the power. It's like the power they could have used for something far better, they used it for personal gain. They turned toxic, and then they perpetuated that toxic. You know, I honestly believe just because someone's rich, just because they got a lot of power, just because they own a lot of shit, does not make them a good person. Just the same as a person who claims like poorness and poverty, there's some kind of spiritual virtue in being poor because Jesus didn't have anything. Bullshit. Jesus had everything. You look at his apostles, every one of them were well-educated businessmen. Every fucking one of those apostles. Excuse my French. What I meant to say was every fucking one of those apostles were all well-educated businessmen about money, about their business, fine-tuned. You know, I honestly believe there's basically two things that's going to happen the next 10, 20, 30, 40 years. It's like, I don't believe in like a utopia thingy, like heaven on earth, but I believe we can have an equivalent to like heaven on earth by making people very straight up, living in truth, the true truth. Reality has an order of operation. Reality has an order of operation. Like if you look at healing, like an injury, when we take an injury on the body, there is a certain order of operation to get that healing going. You know why? Because reality has an order of operation. Growth and development, anything that is living has an order of operation. Relationships has that order of operation. But you know what we do in our society? Wouldn't it be crazy if you go up in the hospital and you try to treat somebody that's got a broken leg and it's got a big cut on it, and it's like you try to heal it up without stopping the bleeding first? Wouldn't that be just fucking crazy? Of course it would be goddamn crazy. But you know what? We try to do that shit in fucking relationships. We try to do it in friendships. We try to do it in work relationships. We try to do it with lovers. We try to do it with family. It's fucking ate up, man. It's fucking ate up. It's fucking sickening, man. And yeah, I'm in a weird place right now. I'm in a very, very weird place. Weird place. I'm in a weird place of really great victory, and then at the same time I'm in a place that is just really, really sickening to my stomach. Yeah, it's weird, man. But you know what? Whatever it is, whether I'm going to be stuck this way for the rest of my life, or if it's just a few days or a couple months or whatever, you know what? I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll be this. If I'm stuck feeling this way, then so be it. Because I know for a fact that I set out to achieve my mission, and I've got it locked in. Razor sharp focus. What true love is and what it ain't. And the scary thing is, most people fucking do not. Most people do not. You ask the average man what true love is, about the best he's going to do. He's going to sound like one of those little dolls where you pull a string on the back and it says a couple of words. He'll recite a couple of things out of the Bible in Corinthians or whatever. That's about the best you're going to get. That doesn't tell you what it is or what it does. I mean, if anything, most people can tell you to be nice, be kind. Well, yeah. That's 12 minutes. It's a full moon. Arr. Yeah, we got a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. That's what drives me freaking nuts, man. That's what drives me freaking nuts. It's like, no, this ain't just about going to work and making a paycheck. It's like, yeah, go to work and make a paycheck. Got to do that. Got to make money. Yeah, I honestly believe all these things, but man, honestly believe if you're a decent man, any at all, if you are a man, you're going to be working to make goddamn sure the next generations have a better place to live in. Not just leave the shit to whatever, you know, like we're powerless or something. A small seed grows into a really, really big tree. It may take 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, 100 years. I'd say, okay, I'm done ranting and raving, but no, I'm not. I am not. And you know, all this shit I'm talking, it's like, I have been the frickin' nihilistic, narcissistic bastard almost all my life until these past several years. And I can see how it comes about. And you know, that word narcissist gets thrown around so much. It's like, does any of you all ever stop to think about what kind of person it takes to that allows them narcissists in their life? And how they grew that way? And how their subconscious beliefs and criteria go hand in hand with that shit? Instead of saying, okay, it's this person, get them out of your life. Although that has to be done, or keep them at least at arm's length. It's just so sickening, man. It's so sickening because to get those answers to that, a person has got to cultivate their own heart, cultivate their own mind, cultivate their own life, cultivate their own trust, cultivate their own true love within themselves so that they can reach for those things and get those things and be that and walk in that and live in that and embody that. But that's not what we fucking do, is it? You know, life may not be all gloom and doom. But if you look at the way AI can be used on one another, it just magnifies what we already are. It magnifies what we're already doing. And guess what? What we're doing to each other in this hierarchy thingy we got doing, and yes, it is very natural, and yes, that's the way all the animals do, and yes, we are a kind of humanistic animal kind of thing, and it's natural, and there's nothing wrong with it. But you know what? I think we should evolve past that shit because we can. God damn. See you in the funny papers.